How's it going, everybody? This is Rob Novakast back with another review, and with this one, kind of continuing with the kaiju kind of trilogy that, or at least the recent kaiju monsters, anyways. When it comes to films, let's go ahead and talk about 2019's Godzilla, King of the Monsters, released on 2019, directed by Michael Dougherty. Hopefully, I probably said that incorrectly. Directed or written by the same person and Zach Shields. Starring Kyle Chandler, Vera Farmiga, Mila Bobby Brown, and many others. This movie, in of itself, I think, at least when it comes down to the film, probably one of the most important things is the monsters. I mean, it is a kaiju film. It is Godzilla. The one important thing is the giant monsters. And to some extent, we get that. Like, we get some really cool updated designs of the classic kaiju. But at the same time, I've noticed, especially with this film, and especially with Godzilla 2014, it's kind of overshadowed by the interactions of the human characters. Now, granted, they have the, human characters interlaced, but it seems like, especially when it comes down to this particular film, it's more of the focus of the interactions with the human characters and the kaiju. I guess the basic premise, to talk about it, is turns out Monarch not only has found a numerous amount of kaiju, but have found a way to possibly communicate with them. And when that device is stolen by terrorists, the world is basically threatened when they unleash a apex predator, which is Ghidorah. Now, in of itself, the action and visuals are really cool. Some of the characters were interesting. One of the characters, I will say that some character deaths I didn't care much for. I mean, there was this one scientist character that popped up from the first movie that, gets killed off when Ghidorah shows up. And for some reason, because we didn't have much interaction with that character, I didn't feel as invested. As well as, especially with a lot of other characters, there's not much to them. As I mentioned in my King Kong review, that one of the best things was the visuals, or at least the environments. There were a couple of environments that were actually really, really nice, especially when it comes down to some of the scenery and the action scenes. My favorite, by the way, spoilers, one of my favorite locations, or at least created environments for this film, was the underground temple that is supposedly Godzilla's lair that you'll see in the film, which I think is so freaking cool. And actually, I guess to some extent, if you pay close attention, it actually references one or two of the classic kaiju. All in all, when it comes down to this film, besides the human interactions, the monsters itself, especially with the fights, are really, really freaking good. So, all in all, and this is gonna be quick because I don't want to. There's not much to say, but all in all, this was an alright film. I kind of enjoyed it. Kind of wish there was more. When it came to the focus, it was more focused on the kaiju instead of the human characters, but I guess that's the way that they had to set it up. I don't know, but in the end, it was an okay film. If anything, I'll give this a 7 out of 10, just because, again, when it comes down to human characters, it was more of the focus than the kaiju. And some of the characters, although there were some interesting ones, some of them I did not care for. And it was kind of like the same thing where, we're in King Kong, where I was just expecting, kind of guessing who was going to die. So, I recommend you guys going to check it out for those who have not seen it yet. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media and Discord, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Peace.